I was 19 when the great ship was still only iron bones against the Belfast sky. Back then, we didn't call her Titanic. She was hull number 401, just another job at Harland and Wolff. We believed we were building something that would outlast us, the largest ship ever made, stronger than the sea itself. I was a riveter, drove red-hot steel into her skin day after day, sparks biting through my sleeves. My arms rang with every strike, but I was proud. We all were. I came from the Falls Road, third class through and through. My father worked the yards, his father before him. So when the work was done and I held a third-class ticket for her maiden voyage, it felt like I was stepping inside my own future. I boarded in Southampton, but my heart stayed in Belfast. I knew her sounds, I knew her weight beneath my feet. She felt familiar, like an old friend dressed too finely. Captain Edward Smith was spoken of like a legend. White beard, calm eyes, the millionaire's captain, they said. I saw him once on deck, steady, confident, certain. We trusted him, because we trusted the ship. The night of April 14th was bitter cold. The sea was flat, still, like black glass. When the shudder came, it wasn't violent, just a long, sickening tremble. And I knew, not with my head, but with my hands. I had felt steel fail before. Water crept where it didn't belong. The ship's voice changed, groaning lower, deeper, like something wounded. In third class, confusion ruled. Locked gates, shouted orders, mothers holding children, men praying, or frozen where they stood. I helped where I could. That's what yard men do. I remembered ladders meant for workers, not passengers. Paths upward. I wasn't brave. I was terrified, but terror moves you, or it kills you. When the ship broke, the sound was like the world tearing in half. Her lights vanished. Her promises went with them. I found myself in the water, burning cold, clinging to wreckage that once bore my hammer marks. Dawn came, and somehow, I was still alive. Afterward, the questions came. Reporters, pencils sharp as knives. Who was to blame? How did it feel? I told them this: steel can fail. Men can fail. And believing too much in either is dangerous. The public cried out, at the owners, at the officers, at the very idea of progress without care. But survival isn't an ending, it's a pause. Some say that makes this just another story, but steel
remembers the hammer. The sea remembers the ship.
We were kids with fire in our hands, building miracles we didn't understand. Every bolt a promise, every line a prayer, said the future's strong enough to carry us there. Night was quiet, water like glass. Heard the warning, but we let it pass. Thought the truth was buried in the sound. Didn't know the silence was what would take us down. We still build like nothing can break, still bet forever on all the things we make. Still say this time the world will hold, but the water remembers what we forget. Yeah, the water remembers what we forget. Now the lights are brighter, the stakes are high. Same old faith, dressed in new wire. We scroll past ghosts we don't want to see. Call it progress, call it destiny. Every age leaves names behind, written in loss, not in design. If the past is speaking, this is what it says. What you build survives you, but so do the dead. We still build like nothing can break, still bet forever on all the things we make. Still say this time the world will hold, but the water remembers what we forget. Yeah, the water remembers what we forget. The water remembers what we forget.
In my pocket was a photograph, me on a dock, wrapped in a borrowed coat, alive after the Titanic. But steel remembers the hammer, the sea remembers the ship, and I was there for both.